You describe your work as the intersection of immersive technology and live performance. What does this mean from a practitioner's perspective? Can you dive in? You've given us the audience perspective. What does it mean from the practitioner perspective?
Yeah, I think for anyone who's creating work at this intersection, what I've observed anyway, is that it's really the Wild West. And there's a ton of exciting experimentation going on because we're not squarely in a traditional medium, whether that's video games, film, theater, even though we pull a lot from those other more traditional mediums that have ways of producing content, ways of working, vocabularies that have been well established. Working with immersive and emerging technologies, we're often figuring out not just what is interesting for an audience, but how we as a team go about making that. So the design process sometimes is different than what anyone on the team is used to working with. New technology sometimes means that the tools are not as streamlined as traditional editing tools, for example. And so as a practitioner, you start to learn that you need to build in a lot of extra time for creating work with immersive technology, knowing that you're going to have unexpected technical challenge or conceptual challenges that you didn't think that you were going to have when you set out to make the piece. And also along with that, then that means you're testing a lot. I think more so than certainly coming from a theater background, you do some testing in the sense of you'll do a reading of a new play, for example, or a small workshop. But I think especially when you're creating something with immersive technology, it really benefits to create something quickly, test it quickly, understand if it's worth the huge commitment of time resource and expertise resource, and sometimes monetary resource to build something. And before you really dive down a rabbit hole, you want to make sure that it's going to work the way that is going to serve the piece the best. And last, I think the thing that I've observed working at this intersection is that you get to work in a really multidisciplinary way, which is really exciting. So you're working with people not just from one industry, not just from film or theater or video games, but often people who are coming from a really broad cross-section of industries and backgrounds, because you really need those different, disparate, diverse skills and experiences to create something of value.